Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing today? So today I am building Mona because all of the other flow characters, that's these purple ones, right? Right. Oh, it's not going to tell me. All of the flow characters stink. They smell like poo-poo. Yes, they do. Yeah. So we got a new character coming, Zeus. And it's an amazing moment in this game because there's no one talking about him. It's been on the Reddit for 2 days, but I've been sick, so I didn't post anything about him. But yeah, the next banner is Zeus. His name's like Gaius or something like that. He's got a weird name. He looks okay. I'll post a picture of him. And then, yeah, and then his skills. We got a passive. He gets a point every time one of his teammates uses an active skill. And then after a while, when he uses his third skill. So you don't want to build him fast because you want your other guys to use, active skill, active skill, active skill. And then this guy's going to come in and use a shield at 75% of its max strength. I don't know if it goes on everyone or if it just goes on him. I had to take a drink. I still got COVID. My throat's absolutely killing me. But yeah, he can't gain stacks while he has this ability active. So I guess as long as he has a shield, he's not going to build any stacks. His second skill, at least on here, I think these are all leaks, so I think they're out of order. But his second skill on here removes a buff. It scales with enemy hit points and his own attack. It hits more people with every stack of skill he has. So if he's already got that shield and he can't get any more stacks, then this isn't going to do anything. I think they're out of order. And then his skill 1, if he has some stacks, he'll attack all enemies and speed down. I don't know. It doesn't sound good. If they were putting this character into the game tomorrow, even at, what am I at here? I'm pretty close. Wow, I get an Esper in 10. I get a legendary in 10 spins. So even at just 10 spins away from a legendary, I don't think I'd pull for him. I don't think he's going to help my account, not one bit. Yeah, not impressed. Not impressed. So let's talk tunes. My personal use tier list. Not a tier list of all the characters. I can only honestly speak of the ones that I use. I use Li Ling. I use him a lot. He's my farmer. He's just a good all-around character. I keep him on the the life leech set that they give us, and I've upgraded a couple pieces of it. He's just really good. I use Gabrielle. She puts up the immunity with her third skill, the first attack she makes. I build mine fast. She goes first. Everybody gets immunity and defense. Keeps us from getting one shot. I'm working on Sally. Right now I put the healing set on her and it's terrible. I gotta build her fast. If I build her up fast, I think she'll be much better. The Joser, I think this guy could have some use. I haven't used him yet, but I think he'd be a good tank for PvP. I'm building Mona now. There's no good purple characters. There just aren't any. They all need debuffs, and debuffs, this game hates debuffs. So when you need them, when you need them, you're going to be fighting a team that has immunity, and they're not going to do you any good. So I looked and looked. She has to be the best purple character in the game just because she doesn't need to land any debuffs to be good. Kara here is going to be trash. Jangman is trash. And Celine is trash because when you need them, they're not going to be any good. I don't use any of them. I've tried. They're just not good. Uh, Era. Era? Freya. Freya is triple S for me. I use her on my PvP team. She has been on my PvP team from the very beginning of this. I'm not good on the 3 versus 3 teams because, man, my gear is falling behind. But as far as like quickly farming the the standard PvP we've been doing from the beginning, she goes first, Medusa goes second, Li Ling cleans it up, and she lowers their AP. She boosts yours as well. Deals damage to all enemies, inflicts speed down, and lowers their AP by 30%. That's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome opener. Slows the other team. Then you can slip in. Liu Yi, he's really good. His first attack hits 3 times. His third attack is all over the place. His passive, doing I got a 30% chance because you land a crit. It's a 30% chance to do damage based on their hit points. That's great for bosses. All the rest of it's good for everything else. He's top tier, triple S character. I use him every opportunity I can. I have no fear, and I grab him and I use him. Sander is good. You build him stupid fast, because otherwise what's the point of building him? Everything he does is based off speed, and just go. Give him some accuracy, give him some attack, and then make him as fast as you can. He's got a good chance of one-shotting someone in PvP right off the bat. If he doesn't, he weakens them so much that, as I usually pair him with Li Ling, and Li Ling's AoE will do whatever. Luo Yan has become my desperate. When I'm desperate, he's my healer. He's not really good for much of anything. His third skill is brutal in the tower, but in the game, he doesn't work that way, because in the tower you're fighting 2 of him, and what it is, at least that was the way it appears to me, it's 30% of their maximum out of their 100%. The first time he uses this, they lose 30% of their hit points. Now they're down to 70%, and they'll lose 30% of that 70%. And then, when they start getting down to around half hit points, they usually don't go any further than that. People start dying. He's not that impressive, but he is an annoying healer. Bring him back up again. This recovery and attack up for 2 turns. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. He just keeps doing it over and over and over again, and it's from my point of view, it's pretty good. And then his first attack, damage 120 of attack to an enemy while healing whichever enemy has the least health by 50% of the damage dealt in this attack. I have him just on speed and attack damage and some accuracy. He's not bad. Like I said, he's my backup healer. I don't use Arcana, whatever. If I'm not mentioning them, I'm not using them. I don't use Falcon for a thing. I never use Fabrice. He's usable, but I don't use him. I haven't built him yet. But his invincibility, immunity, he's just such a nuisance. He's a stall character. He annoys me, so that's probably why I haven't built him. The same with Renzi. I don't see him as a threat. The problem with Renzi, if you see him in the tower, your characters, if you leave your team on auto, will attack him because they're brain dead. If you use him on your team in the tower characters won't touch him because they're not. It's your team is dumber than the characters you fight, especially at the late game of the tower, when they are focused and they pick one member of your team and everyone attacks him, and your team members will be hitting this one and that one, and they're off running around like little kittens trying to get herded, and they're just terrible. Lynn, I think, has amazing possibilities, and I am going to build her at some point. People say don't. I don't know what they're talking about. I think she'd be great in PvP. Pandora is not good. So you land her attack. It's a silver border one, so she doesn't need any accuracy to land this. But it takes 2 turns, and in 2 turns it'll do up to half of their. I think it's 40%, up to half if you skill her up. Yeah, I'm looking right at it. Half of their hit points if you skill her up. But by that point, there's a good chance they have immunity, and it doesn't do anything at that point. All of these things, all of these characters that need debuffs, immunity just takes them right out of the game, and they just don't do anything. Catherine, lousy character, absolutely lousy. You can take her. She has no attack. That's her problem right here. Her stats at max level, at 952 attack, sounds not so bad. And then you check here, and attacks the enemy twice, each dealing damage equal to 65% of attack. All right, that's better than I thought it was. I thought she only did half. So no, it's 2 hits at half damage. So, but it's still not good damage. She does remove a debuff every time she takes a turn. You just build her fast and tanky, and just let her keep knocking those things off. You can take her into Fafnir, and it works in Fafnir because every now and then, even with immunity, the one tower just pulls your immunity off and hits you with poisons, and she'll help get those poisons off of you. She's not that good though. I mean, you can use her in there. It's probably not going to save you. It's if they're falling off already and you got like 1 or 2 left or whatever, then she's gonna help you out. If the thing just went and the boss is coming soon, it's not gonna save you. She's just not a good character. They really need to do something with her. Plus, this third skill, she gives standoff for 1 turn. All right, so all of your characters have to go first, and then she has to go last in the lineup, and then the enemy have to go, because as soon as your characters go again, they don't have the buff anymore. So if you build her fast, she'll put on the buff, your other team members will go, they won't have the buff as soon as they take their turn, then the enemy will come along and kill them, and it's just useless at that point. That makes her very annoying, because now you have to speed tune her for every team you try to use her in. I mean, God, if they only made this a 2-turn skill, it would make life so much easier, and they just build her fast. Or round, just for 1 round, and then you can make her real fast, and then for that round, nobody dies. That would be okay. They just need to do something with her. She's really hard to use. Taylor is trash. He just doesn't do anything. His damage is low. He's supposed to be kind of like a Drew. If he gets a kill with his first or with his third skill here, then he's going to run around and attack people, and I don't know. What is grants this and that up for 3 turns after killing an enemy. Where's his passive? Gets an extra turn after killing an enemy. So after he kills the first one, and you assume he does it with that skill, then he's only hitting for 130. It's not impressive. He's not an impressive character. Dahlia, I haven't built her, but there's every reason to build her. It's just I already spent $1 and picked up Freya. But if you need a speed booster for your team, she's excellent for it. I haven't used this guy at all because I don't have his sister. Meredith had great potential, and she still does. I just haven't used her. I think she'd be excellent in APEP. And I have every intention of someday using her in APEP, but that day is not today. As far as these guys go, I mean, Chang, everybody loves Chang, and they should. I don't use Bryn. I don't use Barden. Drew is absolutely triple S tier character. One of the best DPSs in the game, period. I don't care what his rank is. Build him. He doesn't even have to be built fast. Just lots of attack, lots of crit damage. Watch him whack people. I think this guy is perfectly usable. I just haven't built him. He's got a speed buff, and he crowd controls somebody right off the bat. It's quite useful. Q is Q. Melanie. Q is Q. Q is so in certain circumstances he's very usable. And other times it's rare. Melanie is one that I put on my team. She goes second in my PvP team. Another one just going to steal all their AP. Since Freya already stole some of their AP, if they're slow, and debuffed them. So if they're slow, she's going to steal 30% of their AP. Because she gets 15, and then if they're debuffed, she gets another 15 of it. She's got a good chance of petrifying the slow characters. Other than that, she doesn't do like damage or anything. Zelmer should have been purple. She's a wind unit, and she just shouldn't be. There needs to be another purple damage dealer, and whatever. Hall is triple S tier for Fafnir. I watched poor Jewbagel make a video of him and take him everywhere but Fafnir, and all I could think is, why are you so bad at this game? You've played Summoner's War forever. How can you be so bad at this? But he's bad at this. So he's going to defense down and poison there, and he's going to defense down whatever there, and then every time someone on your team takes a turn, this guy's going to take a turn, and he's got a 40. No, what's he got? Damage equal to 40% attack and 100% chance to poison the enemy for a turn. So what happens is you go in there with a team of 5, and let's say one's Benny, and she puts up her shield, and let's say one is frozen. So now you've got 3 guys left, and the first guy does 2 attacks plus Hall. All right, the next guy does 2 attacks plus Hall. Well, now you've just hit him 6 times. Hall may only go once, but in reality, he hit 3 times. Now, if Benny makes her attack on that, then he hit 4 times. That's, so he's going to get 3 or 4 attacks in every time. And you don't even really have to build him fast. You just, because he's getting that extra attack when your teammates take a turn. So if one of your teammates laps the boss and takes another turn in there, then he attacks 5 times for that round. It's not big damage, but he's just going to be so good at getting off that shield. And poor Jewbagel, I don't know why he didn't understand that. Here's a perfect example. He's going to hit 3 times, and then he's going to hit first one, and he's going to get another one, and he's going to hit him 5 times too. Freddy, I never built Freddy. I can't comment on him. Tang is very usable. I use him. David, no. Lauren, she's recommended everywhere by the game. I don't know what to make of that. She doesn't seem good to me. Chalmers, I tried to build him. He didn't work for me. Very nice. Benny, I use her everywhere. She's my second character I took to level 60. I think she's absolutely triple S tier, one of the best characters in this game. Can't beat her. Layla I don't use. Leon, I've tried and tried. I don't care for him. Helen, I'm tempted to build her just because purples are they need so much love. Yeshua, I don't know if they spelled that wrong, or I don't know. I think it's supposed to be Yeshua, but that sounds a lot like Yahshua, which is the actual name of Christ, and I don't think they wanted to go down that route. I think that's why they changed it to Yeshua. Yeah. So, she is what she is. Early protection character, easily replaced by Gabrielle. So, yeah. But when I did use her, I used her a lot. Now I don't use her hardly at all. Unky Chai is the man. It's not often that I need him, but when I need him and he's, just doing that cooldown, doing away with the cooldowns, reducing them, him and Yeshua are absolutely amazing together. And now that I have Sally, Yeshua, and Unky Chai, oh, I could do either one of them. And it's just going to be Unky Chai getting his, reducing cooldowns. He might be my new best friend for Sally. I'll have to try that out. Jean is absolutely, when I need her, I need her. She's there for me when I need her. And in that regard, she's triple S. All the rest of the time, I don't really need her. Bai is not good. It really needs a buff. Really needs a buff. And, that's why I'm building Mona today. There's just not a lot of characters here. I'm really hoping they add characters faster than what they have for the other servers. I really hope they start kicking it up, because we just need more characters. There's not a lot of good purple ones. I don't want to say they need to nerf anything. I don't want to see them nerf immunity. But man, if your character is so reliant on debuffs that they don't do anything without them, they're trash. And that's just the way it is. Alright guys, I talked and talked and talked. I just wanted to put up something today. I don't know, that's why I'm throwing something up. I'm learning as I go. I need to practice and I need to make videos. Alright, now I need to give my voice a rest. Boy, am I still whooped. Alright all, I'll talk to you another day. Later.